Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have this article that I think is going to be very revealing of our capabilities as humans. And for those people who think that we are not like that, I've been making a lot of statements that circumstances will dig deep in our beings and get out certain behavior that we didn't expect. I don't know if this situation here just rendered that kind of ending or consequence, but it was done by a human being, and we are all better than a human being, I guarantee you that. Unless we are in a certain circumstance, and then we would be surprised of our reaction. This article comes from Reuters, and it is from today, November 13th, 2022. Sledgehammer execution of Russian mercenary who defected to Ukraine shown in video. So, Russia's Yevgeny Prigozhin, a close ally of President Vladimir Putin, said on Sunday that a former mercenary who was filmed being executed by a sledgehammer blow to the head after changing sides in the Ukrainian war was a traitor. In many countries, treason is punished by death. Now, the method is hanging or shooting, a firing squad. That's what usually it is. And even here in the United States, there was an electric chair, for people who are selling secrets to foreign countries. They are called traitors, and they are executed. I can remember those two unhappy guys that sold some Rosen something. Those communists gave it to the Soviets, and then they were, I think, electric chaired, if I remember correctly, something like that. Anyway, Prigozhin, a Russian businessman who founded the Wagner private military group, was responding to an unverified video distributed on Telegram that showed a man identified as a former Wagner mercenary being executed after admitting that he had changed sides in September to fight against the Russians. In the footage, the man, who gave his name as Yevgeny Nuzin, 55 years old, was shown with his head taped to a brick wall. He said he was abducted in Kiev on October 11 and came around in a cellar. And I'm quoting, "I got hit over the head and lost consciousness and came around in this cellar," he said. "They told me I was to be tried," end quote. As he said those words, an unidentified man loitering in combat clothing behind Nuzin smashed a sledgehammer into the side of his head and neck. Nuzin collapsed onto the floor, and the unidentified man delivered another blow to his head. Reuters was unable to immediately verify the video, which appeared on the Gray Zone Telegram channel on one of several that Russian media said was linked to the Wagner Group. The video was posted under the title "The Hammer of Revenge." Asked to comment on the execution video, Prigozhin said in remarks released by his spokeswoman that the video should be called, and I'm quoting, "A dog receives a dog's death," end quote. Nuzin betrayed his, I'm quoting again, "Nuzin betrayed his people, betrayed his comrades, betrayed consciously," said Prigozhin, who has been sanctioned by the United States and the European Union for his role in Wagner. "Nuzin was a traitor," end quote. Prigozhin only confirmed in September that he founded the Wagner Group in 2014, the first public acknowledgement of a link he has previously denied and sued journalists for reporting. Wagner Group, originally staffed by veterans of the Russian armed forces, has fought in Libya, Syria and Central African Republic, Mali and Ukraine, among other countries. Prigozhin was shown in a video released in September recruiting convicts in a Russian jail for the war, warning that the conflict was taught and setting down rules about their conduct. In further remarks about the execution video on Sunday, Prigozhin also issued a warning to others in Russian society whom he described as traitors. And I'm quoting, "Do not forget, there are not only traitors who throw away their automatic guns and go over to the enemy," end quote, he said. And I'm quoting again, "Some traitors are holed up in offices, not thinking about their own people. Some of them use their own business jets to fly to those countries that seem neutral to us so far. They fly away so as not to participate in today's problems. They are traitors too." Now, what do you think about Putin now? Is he a little choir boy now compared with this guy? So will Zelensky negotiate with this guy if this guy is going to replace Putin? Because Zelensky said, "I don't want to negotiate. I want to negotiate with other than Putin." How about send Prigozhin with a sledgehammer to speak with the weasel clown? Huh? Now, that method, I mean, it's just barbaric. But don't jump to the conclusions yet, because as barbaric as it is, that person who did it, the traitor, according to these guys, he maybe his behavior was maybe because of him, some people died. Now the method was stupid, obviously, but I don't know. He should be tried as a traitor, and if found guilty, get the punishment issued by law. This was just, I would say, I don't even know how to call it. And I don't want to call it because I know how people will interpret that. But nevertheless, I think that that person should have been tried, and whatever they have against him shown as evidence, and receive freedom, or whatever the traitors receive under the law. Now, what Prigozhin said is very, very scary, because anyone can be next. Even if you're a businessman, they can show up at your house and summarily take care of you. This is Russia, and not only Russia. I'm not putting this on the Russian like Russians are, but I want to point out that in the United States, the politicians get the politicians from the United States and put them in the Russian environment and political system and see how well they will do. Why? Because I think these guys are weasels. Now they have to fight Prigozhin or something like that. But the environment over there is much, much dangerous than here. Much, much dangerous. That's why when, for instance, JFK met Khrushchev in Vienna, I mean, what? Kennedy was 40 something and Khrushchev was 60 or something. So he just mopped the floor with Kennedy because Kennedy was immature. He was not ready. But he was elected by how he was elected by. Anyway, that's a different story, with the father who was doing what? Selling alcohol to the Canadians and all that during the Prohibition and so on. Wasn't that his father or his grandfather? I think it was his father. But anyway, make money how you can, right? Anyway, and the other guy was in Stalingrad, in other locations, ordering and making all kind of like Prigozhin, if you know what I mean. So that's a gruesome situation, and that's war for you. So maybe Zelensky should negotiate with Prigozhin from now on, not with Putin. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.